Yo, what is up YouTube, and welcome back to another should you pull video for Etheria restart. Now, we have two limited banners going. I don't know why they always do double banners. It's kind of killing my summon pool, my summon stash, and my gems, but that's what we're at. Both of these characters look visually pretty cool, but I'm here to tell you that only one of them might be worth pulling for. So the first character we're going to talk about is Nahor. So Nahor is a blue freeze defense down character that he has on his S3, that's AoE. He has this S2, which is a single target dispel and block, and he has his S1, which is a single target defense down. Now his kit may look insane for PvE because he has that defense down and freeze. A lot of people think he's a good Colossus replacement, which he can be in like Doki Doki Inferno one-shot teams, but outside of that, you're way better off using a different character. So the reason why he's not that great, and I don't recommend pulling for him actually, is because his cooldown on his S3CC is very long. It's going to be the same as Colossus actually, but the thing is, if you're using this freeze to break, for example, the shields on Doki Doki, which you're going to need to do, he's very unreliable because 4 turns is very long, and you're just way better off using Kazuo the Reverie. Also, Colossus is just a better version of him just because of the fact that speed down is 2 turns and it's way better than defense down, and her hacking progress makes you do way more damage and take less, so it's just way better. And also, Nahor's AI is just terrible. What I mean by that is if you're fighting anything with immunity, such as Aurora, so because he's blue, a lot of people are thinking, oh, he'd be super good for Aurora, he can dispel and apply block. The thing is, he S3s first, no matter what on auto. So that means you have to bring something else in dispel for him. So you're bringing Viper. And the thing is, if you're bringing Viper, you might as well not bring Nahor, because you don't want to bring, 2 people that are dispelling and kind of debuffing, because Aurora is kind of a heal check, so you definitely want to bring characters that help your survivability, and Nahor does nothing to do that, right? He just puts defense down and puts block, which is good, but by the time the boss cycles to reapply immunity, this block will have expired. So in theory, he looks very good for Aurora and Doki Doki, but after testing him out, I can say that he is pretty bad. Not bad, I'd say, but just not really worth it. And also, you have to actually lattice him to make him good. So you definitely need the skill cooldown at level 5 for his S3 to be good for Doki Doki, which is very sad because it's 4 lattices for his support. That's only used there. And then you also need decent lattices in his S1 if you want to use him for Aurora, because you want the defense down to be more than 1 turn, right? Also, if you want to use him for Aurora, having a 4-turn cooldown dispel and block is just too long, right? So he's a very heavy lattice character, and he gets outpaced, outclassed by Viper and Aurora, and he just gets outclassed by Kazuo the Reverie and Doki Doki. You might as well run Kazuo the Reverie and Gray together. Kazuo the Reverie and Kloss, they're just way better. Now if you guys don't have Kloss, yes, you can pull for him and see some usage, but I'm telling you, he is nowhere near as good as Kloss. I wouldn't even consider him a replacement, even though it seems like he is, because he has an AoE defense down on his S3 and like a secondary debuff, like freeze. It's nowhere as near as good as Kloss. So for that reason, I don't really think he's worth going for. Definitely the worst of the two. Now let's actually talk about this character. I'm not going to say her name because people in the comments are going to go crazy again about me saying her name, but this character is insane. So a lot of people don't know about this yet, but I've been testing her. A lot of people that I know have been testing her, and she is used in pretty much every single Inferno team comp. You can pretty much bring her into every single area of content, and she's insane. You're probably thinking, oh, what about Aurora? She's green, she's gonna die. No, she doesn't die. You just bring her on something that boosts her tankiness. You can even run her on Amber, and she is just crazy strong. The reason is because her S3 gives everyone a speed buff, which is already crazy enough, except herself. And this is actually better because you don't want this Moonlit Veil to end from her S3. So basically, she takes her turn, she uses her S3, she gives everyone a shield, a speed buff besides herself, and she also will apply Moonlit Veil, which means that when every turn ends on your team, your character that just took the turn will get healed and get turn meter pushed. So it's really strong because you get so much healing out of this and you get so much cycling, and it's even better because your S2 will also proc this on 3 random allies, and you also have your S1, which will increase random people's turn meter. And you'll also see each time an enemy takes a turn, if she doesn't have Moonlit Veil, she gets her CR pushed up so she can cycle faster to get this back. Or if she has it already, she reduces her turn meter. So this lasts for a long time, and it makes her super good in a lot of content. I've seen people that cannot do Inferno Doki Doki, cannot do Inferno Terramaton, cannot do Inferno Aurora, just slot her in for like a turn meter like pusher. Like if you don't have Lily, you just slot in this character instead of her. Or if you have Lily rather, you just slot in her instead of Lily, and they just win at 100% win rate. It's pretty crazy. You can also use her in Sharon. She's very good. She's also good in Rengo, and she's also good in Hoyam. And she is like the easiest way to actually do Rengo Kutsu on Inferno at 100% win rate, because she just makes your team literally unkillable and make them cycle very quickly. So yeah, definitely a must pull character. I can't actually state how strong she is. And the best part about her is you can leave her at 1-1-1. She doesn't need any lattice. Even though lattices, at first glance, seem super good on her, you actually don't need it. She's just that good already. So if you do eventually invest into her, she'll be very powerful, even more so than she is. And I think I will eventually for PvP as well, just to make her stronger and make her better for my PvE runs. But yeah, definitely out of these two banners, guys, you don't want to pull for Nahor, I'd say. I mean, you can if you really want, if you really think he's that strong, if you've seen someone using, you're like, oh my god, this guy's so good, sure. But I'm telling you, after testing him and having some guildies test him as well, the common consensus is that he is not that good. Now, for her, she is amazing. I think you have to pull for her. Like, if you think, oh, I have Valerian, oh, I have Freya, oh, I have Lily, it doesn't matter. You can literally pair her with them because she doesn't really provide any buff but speed buff. So because of that, you know, Freya works because Freya can give you attack buff and defense buff on top of this. Lily, even though she overlaps speed buff, is broken enough where you can pair them together. And even Valerian's fine with her because even though she looks like she works like Valerian, Valerian gives attack buff as well and has cheat death, which will make your runs even more stable. So definitely a must-pull character. I think out of the 4 new banners we've had in this game, she is by far the best. And then Holden is like significantly much below her. But you know, if you have to choose between the two, because 160 bookmarks to get pity on both, which is what I had to do, is a tall task, I think definitely go for the girl because she is crazy. So I'll be showcasing both these characters on my channel, especially after 2x ends, because I'll be just busy farming Doki Doki and stuff like that. I don't actually use her there right now because I one-shot it, but in the future I'll be uploading some, you know, runs with her in Inferno, like Aurora, Doki Doki, Threshold, and stuff like that, so you can see how she works. But trust me, she is just super broken and very good to get. A lot of newer players don't really see that she's strong yet because they haven't tested her out fully, but I'm telling you, when you put her on like a full Wellspring, full HP build, she's crazy good. For Nahor, I'll probably also give him some love and test him out and like Doki Doki and try to cope and say that he's usable, which he probably is. He's definitely usable, but I think he's not really that great. And in PvP, he's mostly going to be a PvP character for like control characters. The problem is still for that, you know, his base speed is quite low. It's a little bit higher than Kraken, but if you want to get it higher, you have to max his S1, which is another lattice investment. So yeah, I think the biggest selling point for me is Nahor really need lattices to stay mid, and then she doesn't need any lattices to be just broken. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully this video helps you choose who to summon for, and I'll see you guys next video.